Hi everybody and welcome to Dudley Vapour Reviews. And as you've seen at the beginning of this video, I am doing V-Juice reviews. I had 6 sent to me by David, who is at Vape V-Juice on Twitter, and he sent me 6 which play to my strengths, mints and menthol. So so you'll see what I honestly think of the juices. Now the second one I'm trying is tuned in cherry. There you go, and it's got a cherry with a set of headphones on. I think that's very nice, that one. So it is tuned in. Now, from the name, you can probably guess what it is. Right, we know it's going to be cherry because it says it's cherry, but tuned in. And that's where the clue is. And if you think back to tunes, the cough sweets. So let's see if it does actually live up to its name. And yes, there is cherry there, and that smells as it should be. And as usual, you have got child cap, child friendly there. Right, now again, I've pre-done this one, so you can see the colour there in the Limitless RGTA on the Marshall. It's nice and red, right? So here goes the vape on it now. It should be. I've left it for a bit just to soak up, so that I've juiced the top as well, so you don't get any dry hits. Obviously, that's the last thing that you want. And again, it's doing at 40 watts, and the coil comes out at 0.32. So let's see how this one vapes. You can smell that there. Right, first thing you notice, plenty of vapour. Now it should be, since it's 80-20 in their cloud chasing range, and it is 3 mg, which is what I usually vape at, so that's perfect. For me. Now, before I go on any further, I will say that you will either love or hate this. I will probably like it because it's cherry and menthol. Now, if you don't like fruits, if you don't like menthol, then obviously you will not like it, so you will not want to, but you still might want to try it for a change. So that is that out of the way. That this is my, everything I say comes from me. It's what I think. And as I said at the beginning, this plays into my strengths because people do know that I do like my menthol. Well, most people do, anyway. Okay, so let's go again. So, as I said, plenty of vapour that comes from it. plenty of clouds, and the first smell is you do get that old school tunes smell. And then actually on the inhale you do get a cherry, and you get a mouthful of menthol as well. So the menthol on this one is stronger than the previous one, because old style tunes, they were fairly strong, and when you breathe in afterwards you still get the hit there like you did with the tunes cough sweets. So you've got the cherry, which is definitely there. It's nice and sweet. It's not a sour cherry, it's a sweet cherry. So you got that coming through, but also you've also got the menthol coming in with it. And as I say, with this one, it's a stronger menthol, so say medium to high menthol, somewhere in between there. So I would say that this is really aimed at those who like fruit and menthol mixed, because that will be perfect. If you don't like your fruit and menthol, then obviously, you know, I can't say if you will or won't like it. But if you liked the tunes for sore throats and coughs and that, then this one's perfect. You know, I also find that if I get a sore throat and things like that, and then I go into the stronger menthol, it does help. So it does act in a similar way. It does help to soothe. But as I said, the cherry, it's a nice sweet cherry, so it's not sour. And after you've exhaled, because you get the menthol on the exhale as well, you do find that if you do a sharp intake of breath like that, you will find that you can still feel the hit at the back of your throat, like you did with if you had extra strong mints or tunes. You know, that it does sort of linger there. You know, it's one of those that, you know, that you can taste it, but it doesn't go away straight away. This one, it sort of clings to the back of the throat, and when you breathe in, you know that, you know exactly what you are vaping, and that is a cherry tunes. So that's what I think of it. You know, you may think differently, you know, but everybody's taste is different. No two people, you know, if two people had this juice, I was one of them, somebody else had one, you know, I like it because I like menthols. But another person who hasn't really tried menthols, you know, they may or may not like it, you know, but it's all down to personal preference. If you think you will like a cherry tunes type juice, then this one is well worth the try. If you don't think that you will, then you don't buy it. It's as simple as that. But for me, this one would make it into my all-day vape rotation. I would vape this for most of the day, probably not all the day, but yes, I would vape on this most of the day, definitely. As I said, my opinion and no one else's. So, you know, I will leave it up to other people to decide if they like it or not. So, as always, links, etc., will be in the description below, and my marks on what I think it deserves, on the scale that I'm working on at the moment. All that will be there, how to contact them if you want to order them, etc. So, with that said, this is Dudley Vapour Reviews. Saying goodbye, keep well, and lastly, keep it cloudy.